Okay, no worries. You guys can see my screen, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, no worries. All right, so pretty much today I'm just going to go through what e-prescribing or e-prescriptions dispensing of it and our solution for a queuing system in Z. Okay, so I'm going to go through that with you guys, and just in case your clients, the members do call up, you guys can give them an idea of what to expect through Z. So we've had a lot of customers asking about what solutions we have and if we integrate with Medview Flow. Have you guys heard of Medview Flow?
No, buddy. No, we haven't.
No. Okay. Yeah.
No.
So Medview Flow is it's a workflow solution from ERX. It's basically a solution to accept e-prescriptions as they come into the pharmacy. So I'll show you guys what we have in Z. Okay. So once this update comes out in a few weeks' time to a month or so, at the top here, see how there's this store queue button? So I'll go through the easiest example, easiest scenario of, I guess, an e-prescription coming into the pharmacy. So let's just say someone comes into the pharmacy, they present their phone at the scripts in counter, showing their QR code. Okay, so the electronic prescription can come into the form of a QR code via an SMS or an email. They present that to the pharmacy. If I open up this store queue, I've got some shortcuts as well for that as well. It will pop up like this. Okay, I'm gonna add a batch. So the script barcode, which is that QR code, I'm going to, whoops, let me an actual legit barcode there. Okay, so at that point there, that barcode will actually pull down the prescription from one of the exchanges, either ERX or MediSecure. Okay, and it'll populate, the name, the item, whatever it is. And in this batch window here, I can add in some notes and some options as well. So for example, with that cover seal, that patient wanted generic, you can mark it. If they want a CMI, mark it. If they want to speak to a pharmacist, whatever it is. If they're waiting to pick up the prescription, you don't have to add in a date or time or anything. But if they say picking it up tomorrow, or they want to pick it up, next week, whatever it is, right? You can add in date and time as well. So let's just say, for example, they want to pick up everything on Friday at 9 a.m. and they want to pick up Webster's as well. Or Freddie, I don't know, something like that. If the pharmacy has a basket numbering system, this is free text field. They can add in a number if they want to. Let's say maybe Kinjukeri, she has some physical prescriptions as well, some handwritten ones. You can add in some numbers or add in some extra notes if you wanted to. So let's just save that for this example anyway. Okay. This is what it would look like once it goes into the queue. All right, so I'll close that store queue, and if I open it up again, the pharmacist is able to see if there's something to dispense, right? And you'll see that there's a number 1 up here as well, flashing. All right, so let's actually dispense that. So I'll pull it out of the queue. Okay, it's an old prescription. So when we put down the e-prescription, you'll also see an image of the script, okay, on the right here. Let's do one that is actually valid, so I can actually dispense for you guys.
How will they scan the QR code? Sorry.
QR code scanning is via a barcode scanner, a 2D barcode scanner.
2D barcode scanner, and then does most of the stores have scanners attached to it, or they will need a scanner for it?
No, that should be all right, Ali.
Most stores have barcode scanners. Whether they are 2D or 1D, that's another story.
I think most of them are 2D that nowadays. I don't think they really give them 1Ds.
Yeah, we've had some pharmacies come back to us saying that they have a mixture of 1D and 2D. At the very least, with this solution here, they need a 2D at the scripts in counter. Okay. Yeah. Just get rid of this.
Now, can we take a step back here, John?
Yeah, go for it.
So I've gone to the doctors, right, and they write the script up. So obviously they're going to have the program on their machine, right? So they push the enter button. It sends that to your designated or whoever your preferred pharmacy. Is that correct?
No. So you're talking about from the doctor, right?
From the doctor side.
Yeah. So from the doctor side, let's say you go into the doctor's surgery, you want a script for whatever, say this Kinson, right? The doctor, when he sends the script to you, it's an SMS or an email directly to you as the patient.
All right. I'm an old person. I don't have a phone. I'm not going to get one. So I don't have SMS.
That's fine. He'll give you a paper prescription. Paper prescription and electronic prescription, they'll be in parallel.
Right.
Okay. But you can either get a paper one or an electronic one. You can't get one of each for that one script, if that makes sense.
Right. Yes. Yeah. No, that's understandable. So either way, you walk away with some sort of either an SMS, an email, or some sort of paper prescription.
Correct. The paper prescription is what we're having right now, today.
Correct.
It's just your normal script. Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to understand how that's going to be working from their side. So the rest of it is basically the same as ERX works. So it goes to the central repository, and then you basically pick it up from here.
Yeah. So what I'm showing you guys now with the store queue, it's an answer to, let's say for yourself, Andreas, if you're going to have electronic prescriptions, you have 5 of them, right, on your phone. You go to the pharmacy. You're not going to leave your phone there at the pharmacy.
No. They scan the code or whatever.
They're going to scan all 5 barcodes, right? And you're going to come back an hour later because you're going to do a bit of shopping. Yep. Okay.
So when they scan them in, that goes into the store queue there.
It goes into the store queue, correct?
Right.
Yep. All right. So yeah, it goes into the store queue. I'll select it. So at this point here, as long as the pharmacy has an internet connection and they are connected to either ERX or Medisecure, this prescription gets pulled down from the exchange.
Correct. Gotcha.
So if the pharmacy doesn't have an internet connection or Medisecure or ERX are down, then they cannot pull down this script. And what that means at that point is if that pharmacy wants to dispense this medication, they need to call the doctor for another script.
And get a fax.
Yeah, and get a fax and going back to the old method.
Yeah.
Make sense? Yep.
Yep. All cool.
Yep. Okay. So so the script comes down like this. If there's any notes will pop up in purple like this. Okay. So once we dispense as well, you'll notice that when I go into each of these fields, on the right on the script, it actually highlights.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
It will only highlight that particular field just as a visual cue for the pharmacist when they're dispensing. All right, so I'll actually dispense that. Okay, and we'll have some indicators as well. So right now it has like a script with a black cloud there.
So I didn't notice, John, in that script, did it have the patient's name in it?
That script? Yeah, it did.
I didn't see it. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So let me do that one again.
Sorry to be a pain.
No, you're right. So you can just scan that QR code into the patient field as a normal script if you wanted to.
Oh, patient's name. There it is. So when you go down to patient's name, so patient's name doesn't get highlighted. So when you're on the top, it doesn't highlight the patient's name. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Yeah, definitely a possibility.
Just future. Only reason being is, you know how sometimes they turn around and they go, you're dispensing for the wrong person. That's a sort of a check. This is the patient that you're dispensing to.
Yeah.
Just visual. It's only a visual, but yeah.
No, that's a good point. I'll put that down. So this window here, the script viewer. So you'll notice that it's covering the history.
Yep.
Yeah, the history underneath. So there's shortcuts for that as well. So Alt F12, okay, and that will toggle it on and off. Okay.
How do you bring the script history though to appear on the screen?
You have to toggle this on and off. So I have to go Alt F12 or minimize it, and the history will appear here.
Oh, there's no history there for this patient.
Well,
okay.
no, yeah, that's right. But so right now it's just covering it.
Yeah.
So depending on, so my screen's a wider screen, but like if the pharmacy has a square screen or a different size screen or they have dual monitors, yeah, or whatever it is, this eScript viewer, when I change the sizing or whatever it is per workstation and where I place it, the system will remember for the next time. Okay, so if I had a dual screen and I put it onto the other screen, each time I dispense an eScript, this script viewer will appear on the other screen per workstation.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. Now, so once we've dispensed that, the next thing would be, okay, so how does the patient get their repeats? Yeah, so the patient will get the repeats in a few ways, and it will be dependent on the pharmacy how they choose to do it. So generally, by default, it will be automated with the repeats. So at the point of dispensing, you put in your initials. The patient will receive an SMS or an email, okay, for their repeat. But you probably don't want to do that all the time, just because if we're talking about, I guess, the workflow right now with paper prescriptions, patients normally pick up their repeats at the time they pick up their medication. Yeah, they pick up the medication, they pay for it. That's when they get their repeats back as well, generally speaking. Yeah. But in this case here, yeah, if you're dispensing an eScript, right, you hit the initials, and then an SMS fires off to the patient for their repeat. They haven't really picked up their medication yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we've added some options in as well to turn off automatic repeat sending. So I'll quickly show you that.
So when you're saying SMS, John, is this part of the same SMS that you've got that you have to? It says
not Alice SMS. So with this script here, you'll see on the bottom here, there's have PDS send repeat automatically to whatever number. PDS is the prescription dispense service. Okay, so that's one of the that's ERX for Medisecure.
Right.
Right. They will send the SMS.
So there's no extra cost.
No, there is an extra cost. Someone has to pay for an SMS. So that if they send it through ERX or Medisecure, so this automatic way or using this way, that cost will appear on their bill for ERX or Medisecure.
For the store?
For the store.
And how do they recoup that?
Well, they can't.
Cool.
Okay.
You got to ask.
Yeah, no, of course. So ERX with the store, the only thing that they can recoup from ERX or Medisecure is the eligible scanning, because they recoup that from the PVS.
Yep.
But when it comes to SMSs, you don't recoup that. Yeah, someone has to pay for it. Yep.
And how much? Do you know what the cost is?
I don't know what the cost is, unfortunately, but I'll estimate between 10 to 15 cents per SMS.
Wow.
Yep. So if it's through if it's through our one, so this can be turned off, right? Or it depends, right?
Is there a central turn off, or is it just only per patient?
It's workstation. So per workstation under e-prescription, we're gonna change the wording for here, but it's do not send the payload. So if this is ticked, it means there's no automatic repeat sending.
Okay, if that's ticked and someone ticks the one in the patient, what happens there?
So this is ticked here. So I don't want to send it automatically for this whole this workstation.
Yep.
that means down here it's unticked.
Correct. But what happens if
By
you tick it
default.
there?
Well, yeah, if you tick it, then you send it.
Then it's going to send it regardless. Okay.
Yep. Well, you send it per script.
Per script for that person.
So with this script here, if I've already punched in my initials without touching this setting, it's going to fire off the repeat, right? Fire off the SMS. I have to tick it before I hit in my initials, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So this eScript viewer here, we've actually changed that. We've actually made it consistent throughout. So even if it's not an electronic prescription and you're dispensing like an ERX barcode or a MediSecure barcode, this is what you'll see. So previously we had like this text box thing on the bottom right. I'm not sure if you guys remember when you scan ERX scripts.
Yes.
Yeah, and it had like some information about the scripts, but we've put it in a form where it looks like a prescription, just to make it easier for the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any questions so far, guys? Any further questions, I guess?
Yes. Say for instance, like I've got scripts. I personally have got scripts at the pharmacy, right?
Yep.
And at the moment, obviously, they're paper scripts.
Yep.
This is going to do away with the paper scripts altogether, which is great. Now, say for instance, I don't want to be told that this thing, and I just go up to the pharmacy and say, "Can I pick up? I've run out of my medication. Can I pick up my next script?" Is that possible, or do they have to produce something to pick up the next script?
They can. Well,
do you know what I mean?
If you have paper scripts at the pharmacy, right?
Currently, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, currently you do. Then the pharmacy should be using your paper scripts.
Okay, but moving on to this scenario, no more paper script.
Yep.
But the original one had 5 repeats. How do I pick up my script? Do I just go and tell them? Yeah. Do I just tell them, give them my name, and they go and look at it, or?
Yeah. Okay. So using this, with the electronic prescriptions, there's 2 methods of accessing your scripts. One is through what we call the token model. The token model is that QR code, right, being sent via an SMS or an email. That's the first way. The second way, which is not ready yet and not released yet, is through something called the active script list. Okay, so the active script list is essentially like, I guess you can call it your script passport, right? And it'll be in form. It will most likely be a form of an app, and using the active script list, you're able to, I guess, pull down all your scripts on your phone, and you're able to see what you have that's active, and you're able to, I guess, allow a pharmacy to have access to that list.
Yeah. Okay.
And you control how long the access is. So right now there's 3 options for that access. 1 is 24 hours, 2 is indefinite access, and 3, you don't give them access. The pharmacy has to request access. So you can, there is nothing ready yet for that.
Yeah.
So I can't really show you guys, but I can explain. That's it.
Yeah. So again, I'm an elderly person. I don't have this information, don't get SMS, don't have a mobile phone.
Yep.
Do they get something in paper, or how do they do that?
It's like what you have right now. Pretend e-prescriptions doesn't exist. It's what it's right now. Paper
so the store will produce a repeat. They'll print up a repeat.
Well, as long as the original is at the pharmacy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the store will print up a repeat, so you hand them the repeat. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be used to me by now. I'll throw anything at you, mate.
Wait, John, hold on a second. I just got here. So initially, we're gonna pilot exactly when?
Sorry, Jermaine, what was that? Can I grab that again?
The pilot. When are you planning to release it?
The pilot. Oh, the pilot. We were planning to release it mid next week, but it looks like it's got
next week. Wednesday.
mid next week. Around Wednesday, Thursday latest. But if but right now
well,
at this, sorry.
Yep. Go.
No, I was gonna say but it might be delayed until the week after.
Okay. As long as we get the documentation, because we need to talk to the PGM and Natalie. Because we need to inform the staff of the pharmacy, the pharmacist. At least if we give them like sort of release notes or what to expect when they open Z dispense that morning, they would not panic or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Before we release, we'll have some release notes. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so other features with this e-prescription as well is that generally with paper prescriptions, a pharmacist may need to what we call annotate the prescription. Okay, so annotating just involves writing on the prescription. Maybe I don't know, they change the brand or something like that. So that's what we call annotating. So with e-prescriptions, the way to annotate, we have an annotate button here. So next to that dispute field, it's just like a little pen there, and you can type in whatever, food, or whatever it is, right? And that annotation that will actually flow onto the next prescription. So maybe this e-script here, the repeat, the patient decides to go to the pharmacy down the road. So the pharmacy down the road, when they try to dispense that e-script repeat, they're able to see the previous annotation from the pharmacy prior. So it's like a note system that flows on to whoever dispenses, I guess.
Where did they see the annotation? Say if I go to a different pharmacy, where exactly would they see the annotation?
Well, if they're using Z, let's just say this pharmacy right now, and just pretend this is a repeat paper, right? When this script viewer pops up, see that icon there, that pen icon, that there appears quite large here on the script.
Is it like flash or something that just to say that there's like annotation on the script?
It doesn't flash. It just has that icon there. So right now, this e-script viewer, this script here, it has no icon.
So as long as they see it, they need to actually click on it to actually view the annotation. Yep.
Yeah, they should be clicking on it to view the annotation. If they don't click on it, then it's up to the pharmacist if they want to click on it or not. Yeah. Yep, and that will show that annotation. Right now, I'm just Alt F12. That will just minimize that e-script viewer. Yeah. That's the e-script component with the store queue as well. So a patient, they don't have to just bring in e-scripts, right? Like Andreas, you can go in with an e-script, plus you have scripts for mum, dad, you have some physical prescriptions and stuff as well. This store queue can pick up all of that as well. Like you can whack it in. So I can just quickly show you as an example. So let's just say Jane Smith. Let's just quickly check what the repeats. Okay, so this repeat barcode here, so 83, in that store queue, as long as that repeat is valid for that particular store, I can scan in that repeat up here, and that will populate the repeat. So, and then I can add in e-prescription as well. This is just all test barcodes, okay? This is the same batch. Right, so it'll pop up. So in this one job or this one batch, there's 2 patients, Jane Smith and Kinji Carey. Okay. Let's once I don't know, Macindo 9. Well, to pharmacist, save. So this is what it look like. Okay, so that's the repeat. So you can notice that, yeah, there's the script queue also pops up here. So it will tell me what the next script will be. So if I can carry it's an electronic script. So if I dispense this first one for Jane Smith, enter again, it will bring up that electronic prescription. Okay. And yeah, we'll have some notes as well. So this purple note is just specifically for the store queue. Any notes? So we've had it like that for now. So now, with these electronic prescriptions, how does a pharmacist check their script, right? So they need to check the medication, they need to check their script. You guys know about the enhanced drug check, yeah? So with the enhanced drug check, you scan the label on the box. Normally this will pop up, right? So right now this is not an actual electronic script, but once you scan that label, and as long as it's from an electronic script, that script viewer that you saw previously, that's going to pop up on the screen.
Sorry, what? Come again? So when you scan the label,
you scan the label, yep.
Yep.
As long as that label, it's tied to an electronic script.
Yep.
You remember that eScript viewer you saw before?
Okay, it will pop up there.
Yeah, it's gonna pop up here. That's right. It's gonna pop up, and then the pharmacist is able to check, the medication and the script,
Okay.
whether it's correct or not, because they don't have a physical prescription to check against. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, this is all assuming that internet is up and either ERX or MediSecure is up. Okay, because we don't store that image of that prescription in Z. We actually pull it down from one of the exchanges because that's where the script lives.
Right. So if their internet is down, then
they can't check.
They can check, and you don't want to dispense it unless you checked it.
Yeah, that's right. So that then it falls back to traditional dispensing. They have to call the doctor, check if it's correct, yeah, and then they can continue, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So this is all like just in case scenarios. Also, when a pharmacist views the script, if it's an electronic prescription, there'll be a further tab after sale information, which will display that script as well here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess with this store queue, if a pharmacy wanted to, they can add in like the handwritten scripts and stuff as well. So I guess this store queue is meant to kind of emulate those prescription pad, those script pads that you kind of mark down, how many scripts this patient has, and if they want generic, non-generic, when they're picking it up, whatever it is. I guess this is what it's meant to kind of emulate. So let's just say that patient comes in, they only have physical prescriptions, and the pharmacy, they want to use this store queue, they can add it in, I guess. So I can go like, I don't know, Jones, and he has 5 items or 5 scripts, and wants Pulsic eye drops. All right, something like that, and he wants to speak to pharmacist, say. So with this store queue here, as long as a pharmacist sees it and they want to pull it down, let's say they're up to that. So the name will populate in here, but it doesn't select the patient. You don't select the patient through the store queue. All it does is it will just whack it into the patient name field, and the pharmacist would have to search for patient or add him in. Okay. So it's more of a workflow thing, so that whoever's taking in the script, they want to take it in as quick as possible. They don't want to be there trying to enter in patient details, Medicare numbers, whatever it is. It will take a while. That's all. But it will pick the correct patient as long as it's an electronic script or an inside repeat. Yep. Or if the whoever's added the script to the script queue scans the ERX barcode or the MediSecure barcode, that will also pick the patient. but handwritten scripts, physical scripts, it won't. Okay, but we will help the pharmacy or whoever's dispensing by adding in the patient name, and yeah, there's some notes as well. And then they can just dispense as normal.
Okay.
Okay. So what some pharmacies might do as well is if they have a either a spare laptop or a tablet that has Windows on it, they can just open up this store queue and kind of like leave it there, just like a dashboard, I guess, to see what's queuing and whatnot. Kind of like McDonald's, I guess. Just see what's there, what jobs are needed to be dispensed. Because this screen here actually refreshes every 10 seconds as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have some pharmacies who are going to use their either their Microsoft tablets or their ASUS tablets, which has Z on it, and they're just going to leave the store queue open in between like dispense terminals.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's an option. Yeah. Or at the scripts in counter, you can just have this open, really. And, yeah. So there's all the shortcuts as well. So if I go plus, it will open up this add to store queue, and they just need to scan their QR code or repeat or whatever it is. Because the focus is here, and then we'll just add in the scripts.
John, are there any reports associated with this?
There's no reports, no. Also, with this queuing system here, is it would actually tell you who's queued it. That's one thing I didn't mention to you guys is with the next release as well. Let me close dispense. It's actually a requirement for whoever's using dispense. They actually have to log in. To
You gotta log in. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you have to log in.
Yay!
All right, so. All right. Now
But this is not in this coming release?
Yeah, it's the one coming up, the next pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, with the store queue and the login and everything. Yeah. And yeah, so whoever logged in at the script encounter and they're adding the scripts to this queue, it will actually tell you who's it queued by. So right here, yeah, it's got JL there. So this store queue as well, it's going to be integrated with our third parties, which is in development at the moment. So we'll be integrating with like MedAdvisor, Guildcare, Script, a few of these third parties, and they will be able to send through e-scripts essentially to this queue for dispensing. So it would say queue via MedAdvisor, queue via Storby, whoever it is, just so you know who's kind of sending script to this queue. But then it is up to the pharmacist to take it out of the queue for dispensing. So yeah, you'll also see different statuses as well. If it's queued, you can dispense it. If it's allocated, that means someone in the store has picked it up for dispensing. So you can't, dispense again. But yeah, if someone has picked up for dispensing, but they've had to, I don't know, go serve a customer, or I don't know, they had to leave the store for whatever reason, you can re-queue that particular job. So if I re-queue, that status just changed back to queued, and then I can dispense.
Sorry, how did you re-queue it? So from allocated.
So yeah, so it's allocated. So there's some buttons at the bottom. Yep, re-queue complete.
Okay.
So I would only use complete for like paper prescriptions. Yep. For example, because if I have like this guy here, Freddie Jones, he came in, he's got 5 scripts, but like I guess the system doesn't know that there's 5 scripts. It only knows that because I put like a text 5. So once you've dispensed it all, I guess for workflow purposes, you'd go into the store queue and mark it as complete, just so others don't try to look for that basket, I guess.
You have to manually do it, like mark as complete?
For physical scripts.
Okay, yeah. For physical
if you're
scripts,
using the store queue, because the system doesn't know. You haven't scanned in prescriptions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a whole bunch of handwritten ones. That's it. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, John. Once these are
Yep.
completed,
Yep.
does this history disappear, or if you
Uh,
close and reopen it?
No, it's still there, but let me have a look.
It's a
It's
filter.
just there's some filters here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So
refresh
some,
it, there's
yeah,
gone. Yeah.
show completed. Right.
Stay ranges. Yeah. And yeah, if it's been allocated as well, so I'll quickly show you that one. All right, so the script is allocated. I could store queue, so it goes allocated, right? If I double click into it, this is just like view only mode. I can't change anything. I can only view it. So for example, if I'm, the guy down the other dispensing terminal, he's picked it up for dispensing, so he's kind of starting to dispense. But I want to just go in and view what's in that particular job. I can still go in and view it, but I can't select it for dispensing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see which terminal is it like being worked on or whatever from when you view it,
No.
or like who's logging or something? No.
No, it just says allocated.
Okay.
All right, would that be useful for it to show which terminal it's been
If,
picked up by?
yes,
Or
if it's a
who's
big
doing
store.
it? Which pharmacies? If you got
Depend-
like 5 pharmacies.
Oh well, if it's which pharmacist, I guess like what if someone's just that
Just
pharmacist
say
for the day has given everyone access to their name. I don't know. And it'll just be
I
general
know.
all over the pharmacy. Maybe
It's
I
a
don't
bit
know.
hard.
Maybe it could work. It could happen that way. But yeah, allocated. Yeah, that's an idea. Which terminal? Yeah, we can look into that.
Cool.
Yeah, so like if I right click as well, so let me bring up. So there's some options here. So send email, eScript. So if you don't want to send those repeats automatically to the patient, but you want to email instead, you can. So I can send email, and yeah, you can send whichever email. So that's I guess it's good. Also a good way for the pharmacy to I guess collect patient emails as well, just to build their communications database. Send SMS. That's if they're using our SMS or email system. They don't have to. They can use the other way as well. Yeah. But yeah, that's in a nutshell what it will kind of look like with the store queue and the e-prescription workflow. Yeah. Any other question, guys?
No, I just want to see the document.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
So, John, are you going to get back to us with what the SMS charges are?
Yeah, I can try to find out. Like,
because I can tell you the stores will ask.
Yeah, I guess I can try to find out. But I mean, like it's still from like if it's from us, it's 15 cents. But if it's from ERX or Metasecure, like it's up to them what they're charging. I don't know. I would have to ask them as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. So there is a bigger possibility that it would be not next week, but the following week, yeah?
Yes. Correct. So right now, in terms of pharmacies that are under the, I guess, Pharmacy Alliance banner, we've had 2 pharmacies that have raised their hands to be in it. One is Merriweather.
Merriweather. Yep.
One is Merriweather. The other one is, I think it's Blackshore.
Don't know that.
Yeah. Gotta check with that one.
And for sure, Partner Pharmacy.
Yeah, with the partner pharmacies, I'm not too sure yet.
We'll have to confirm that.
Yeah, you guys just let me know about that one. Another thing to note is with e-prescription, it is state and territory dependent on whether they can dispense an e-script or not. So currently,
Really?
Queensland and South Australia, they're not allowed to dispense an e-script. Okay, until their regulations are updated for their state.
Cool.
Okay, this is more of an FYI.
So does it mean that you're not sending that update to them?
So that was our first option. The second option was for us to send it out anyway, but to turn off e-prescription dispensing.
Yep.
So we'll probably do that. We'll probably send it out anyway, but turn off e-prescription dispensing. So at the very least, they get access to like things like this store queue.
Yep.
If they wanted to use it, they can. For like internal repeats and ERX and Medisecure barcodes, they can still use it. Yeah, and like the login and all that, they can use all that. But they just won't be able to dispense an electronic prescription. So from a QR code. Until their states are ready for it, and then we'll send down a quick patch to all of those sites so they can. But some requirements for e-scripts as well is they have to be connected to either ERX or Medisecure, and they have to be My Health Record ready.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's highly recommended that they have a 2D barcode scanner in store. If they don't have a 2D barcode scanner, it's not the end of the world, because with that, have you guys seen what a token looks like, the QR code?
Yeah.
You have, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, that QR code there, underneath, there's the text of what the code is. So this text here, that actually appears underneath that code.
Right.
So just in case the pharmacy their barcode scanner, I don't know, broke down or whatever it is, they can still type it up if they wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually I didn't mention this, but there'll be some slight workflow changes. It's up to the pharmacy if they do it or not. But so let's just say, for example, I do owing, okay, and owing. See this middle field here, this DISPID field. DISPID. That's just a synonymous, I guess, acronym for that token number. Yeah, so this number there, that's what we refer to as a DISPID. Okay. So this will be used in owing cases when, let's say ERX or Medisecure, they're both down, or the internet connection is down. Yeah. But the doctor, when the patient comes in, they're like, hey, I need this script for whatever. Whether they present it on their phone or you call up the doctor, and the doctor goes, yep, here's the electronic prescription and here's the code. When you do an owing, you can add in that code. Okay. Do your owing per normal for whatever it is. At the time that you mark off the owing, so mark off owing.
Yep.
That barcode already gets popped in. Okay, so you only mark it off if your internet goes back up again, or Medisecure or ERX is up again. And this will this will just kind of automate the marking off process.
Wait, so you only do that thing because you're dispensing an owing script if your internet or like Medisecure is down, right? That's how you process a script for a situation like that.
The owing, yeah, that's right. Because otherwise, because you can't pull down the scripts if you don't have internet.
Yep.
Or if the PDS is down.
And then you just have to manually mark it once it's up and running again.
Yes.
With that Okay.
So this will work with the latent fixed owing or Markov owing.
Okay.
And if I go OK, you know if it's working, if it goes through, basically. Yeah. If you get like one of these, then chances are your internet is still kind of screwed up, or the ERX or Metasecure is down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that you can't check
So
the
that's
actual script, right, John? Because you don't see it.
yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's right. You don't see it.
Ugh.
You don't see it.
It's
Yeah.
a risk.
Yeah, it is. That's why I would call the doctor.
Yeah.
And so if the patient shows you their code, yeah, you'd probably want to call the doctor to verify as well. And pharmacists, they have to exercise their own judgment. You know, if it's a doctor they've never spoken to before, whatever, then they shouldn't really be doing an owing.
Yeah, and I think if it's like a regular customer, you basically know their like medical, their history, script history, then you could, but not. Yeah.
I mean, like it's like doing an owing normally for paper prescriptions. Yeah, it's up to them whether they do it or not. This adding the code thing is just to kind of help speeden up the process, I guess, as well.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys? I'm all good.
No. I'm all right.
I'm all good. If I get stuck on it, I'll go back to the video.
Wonderful. All right, John, thank you so much for your time today, and we'll get back to you with the pilot. We already had a discussion with the ops team. They've nominated, they told a few stores, so we'll get back to you on which store we're going to do the pilot on. All right.
Sure. I mean, even with those pilots, if you guys nominate whichever pilots, I'm happy to do this demo as well with them.
Oh,
So
cool.
that's an option as well. Because sometimes I guess it's just a bit easier to kind of explain whilst you're talking, as opposed to kind of reading text. Because this is a whole like workflow change kind of for pharmacy. So it might be easier that I just do those demos for those pharmacies.
That would be great.
If possible, we'll do it collectively and not one by one. But yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, so that's on the table. So I'm offering that.
Do you have like a recording that you've done for a store that you can let us know, and we can probably ask marketing team to issue something, and then go and have a look, and then if they're interested, they can reach out to you guys or let us know. Is that something that's a possibility?
Right.
Like an online demo.
Right. Currently, I don't have one, but we can look into it. I was going to run these demos. Yeah, I was going to run these demos. I guess for the pilot sites to begin with, and then probably do like a webinar over Zoom or Google Meets or something for the remaining, or whoever's interested. Yeah.
I think the pilot store would be good, because for now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just let me know.
Okay.
And then we'll try to set something up. Yeah, prior to them receiving it, so they can at least get an idea of what to expect.
Yeah,
because there seems to be quite a bit of confusion out there right now on eScripts. Yeah,
it's a big change. The workflow is just like so totally different. I mean, their use it's like a muscle memory for the pharmacist, and to change it like this, it's big.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. All right, John, thank you so much, and we'll let you know if you have any questions.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. All right.
Thanks.